Hi there, we're gonna get a little messy with this one. Well, not us, but our background. So a little bit distressed, a little bit messy, but we'll walk you through it. We're going to be using the Ransom Note Birthday from the Expressions set. I'm introducing a couple of stamp sets by Lisa Horton. She's a fabulous designer, and we're going to be using this stamp here and this stamp here. So we have Textures was the first one, and this is Inspiring Edges. And we are going to have a little bit of a striplet we're going to create with this center of the background from the Industrial Chic collection. Okay, so I'm going to start with the background, and I've got a piece of milk card that is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. First thing I want to do is bring in the stamp with some Walnut Stain Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just going to ink it up and just randomly stamp it around the card several times. And you want to just sort of twist it and turn it a few times, re-ink it. Get a couple more. Let's go like that. And you can even do a little bit extra like that. Maybe a tiny bit there. Very distressed, so there's no right or wrong here. So I'm going to bring in this other stamp, which kind of looks like cracks. I really like this one. I'm going to use a black Archival ink pad. I want it nice and crisp on this. Just ink this up and stamp it randomly. Sort of aim for some of those open areas. I'm going to re-ink this every time, twisting and turning it. I think I'll do another one off the edge here. There we go, maybe a couple little ones here. There we go. I like that. Pop that to the side, and let me just tidy up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to bring in some water. I'm just going to give it a spritz and allow that ink to run a little bit. Just give it a second, and it'll sort of wick up. Now the black won't go anywhere, but the walnut stain will. And it'll just start to sort of bleed, which will add to that little bit of the distressed look. So give that a quick dry. And I'm going to dry it with a heat tool. That'll work. And because it's still really kind of white looking, I'm going to bring in some antique linen and just ink the background a bit. Sort of give that aged look to the paper. There we go. Really take that brightness off of it. Okay. Go. Now, I also want to bring in a bit of the Spice Marmalade Distress Oxide, and I'm going to kind of just add some orange around the edges here, and then we're going to start really distressing the edges. And that'll just give a bit of color. It's quite bright at the moment, but we will tone this down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. And follow that with a little bit of walnut stain. Just toning that down, but leaving a bit of that bright orange coming through. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And really want to have a dark edge on that, so I'm going to actually bring in an Archival ink pad. That's a really crisp black. Just do the edges in that dark, dark, dark color. There we go. Can work our way around there. Nice deep color. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Now, I want to add some more distressing to it. So I can go around the edge with scissors, which I've done on another one. You can do that. I'm also going to bring in a squirt bottle and squirt some water in my hand. Just clap it over the edge and just give it a second to sort of set into that ink. And then we'll lift a bit away with a piece of kitchen roll there. So you get all that sort of distressed look going on. And you can go over it again if you would like it a little bit darker, some more antique linen, however you like. Let me clean this up and I'll show you the one we've done ahead of time. There we go. Okay, bring this piece in. So you can see I've got all that distressing going on, and I have gone along the edge with my scissors to really just cut out, break down the fibers a bit so it looks really distressed. So now what I want to show you is I've cut one of the center of this background piece. It comes in 3 pieces, and I'm just going to line this up. Let me bring over my cutting plates here. Just going to line this one up and cut a second one. Just pop it right to the base, line it up like that and tape it. And I'm going to put a little tape on the other side. There we go. Now this die is unique in that you get a little bit of, you get a center, what I call like a striplet look from it, and then you get 2 side pieces as well. There we go. Let me show you. Pick out some of these little bits like this. So I'm just going to nip it where I've been a tiny bit off right there and there. A little bit of a string, and then we'll trim across the bottom so you can see what it looks like. So you've got the striplet piece, and then you've got these 2 pieces, trim these away, that you can use for other things. And I'm actually going to show you what we've done with one of them. Let me just tidy all these little pieces off. There we go. Move all my stuff out of the way. Okay, so on this piece, what I've done is I've just gone along the edge here and taken a gold paint pen and just gone over the top of it. Simple as can be, like this, all the way down, and made it nice and gold. Okay, that's all I've done, and I've put those 2 into place on either side. The center piece, I am going to add a little bit of Enchanted gold gilding polish. And pop that on. Just take a little bit across the top there, and we'll just rub it across and give it not a completely covered look, but sort of a splotchy sort of look, I think. Very distressed looking. So not covered completely, like that. And we can tone in that side if you want and add just a little bit of an edge to it with our gold paint pen, like that. And down the side. So we get a little bit of that metallic look coming through. So I'm backing that with a piece of black. So I'm just going to spray the back of this one. And we will pop that into place. There we go. So now we've got really nice little background started. And to finish this card off, I've cut the Ransom Happy Birthday twice with black card, and I've just layered them up so they're nice and rigid. Give them a spray. And pop that into place down here. There you go. And there you have it, one distressed birthday card. So anybody that loves this style would certainly love this card, don't you think? Hope you've enjoyed today's video and you'll look for us on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, we have a Show More button right below the videos that will give you all the products and the code numbers if you're interested.